up, guys? Welcome back to the Turbo John YouTube channel. I'm Turbo John, and we're in the garage. We had an awesome weekend of racing this past weekend. We were at Rockingham Dragway, NPK, Street Outlaws, Street Elite, whatever it is. Whatever they're calling it. No Prep Kings. I don't know what they're officially calling it. Friday night, we had a really good night. Got lucky, but we ended up winning that race. Saturday, we had a problem. Went up there. I think we had a car to beat. Car was fast, and it was working. We put it on slicks, but the car cut off. Still don't really understand exactly what happened with that. I am going to fatten the tune up because I was looking at it. Generally, when it's on the two-step, it does run lean, of course, because it's dropping cylinders. And normally, it runs about 5.5 air-fuel ratio. It's not really a true air-fuel ratio because it is on the rev limiter. And the last couple passes, for some reason, it has started creeping up a little bit. And so then it's not in closed loop, essentially, when it's on the rev limiter. So closed loop turns off, so it does what you tell it to do in the box. So it is possible that we just running out of fuel. It went too lean, and then it actually cut off. But usually it'll lean spike and then, and mess up. But we didn't see that, so I don't know. But I am going to fatten it up just a little bit in those spool up cells to just make sure that we don't have that problem again. Working on race car, getting it ready. Dig or Die is happening this weekend. Dig or Die at 710. If you guys are familiar with backside racing, if you've been watching us a little while, they started it before I started no prep racing. I thought they were fools. I was like, man, I can't believe they're running on a no prep surface. And now that's my jam. Those are my people. I enjoy it. I love it. It's awesome. So we're going to be down there, 710 Dragway. So if you are close, if you're not close even, it's a 64 car invite. Hopefully we'll have at least 60. Sometimes they got some alternates. Sometimes people just can't make it. They break. But we should have a full 64 car field. So it's going to be a big pot. Now, Team Denver, they're on a winning streak. Charles and Jarrett, they are flying. They are always flying. So we've got to dodge them for several rounds, and hopefully we can get some data and get faster. Now, one of the things they're doing that they have not traditionally done, which I like, is we are going to be testing Friday night. They're opening the track. If you can make it, come out Friday night. Go watch some shakedowns. There might be a grudge race pop off. There might be a shootout that pops off because it's going to be at the track backside. So I think that's a good thing. I think it's awesome. Of course, we're going to get the test, but that also means the fastest cars, Jarrett, Patches, Robert, all these guys. So many names are coming that they get the test also, so that means they get faster. But I think it's a good thing. I think it'll be good for the spectators. I think it's good for the racers that don't have a bunch of experience on that type of surface. I think it's a win-win. You ain't got to worry about people getting caught on the street. You ain't got to worry about the popo pulling up, taking somebody's ride. It's got a lot of advantages, so I think it's a good thing. So we're going to be down there Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and we're going to test as much as we can on Friday night, hopefully make 3 or 4 passes, and then we're going to roll up on Saturday morning. They're going to do open testing again, and so hopefully my car does well enough on Friday that maybe Saturday I ain't got to make but like 1 pass just to verify the conditions with the sun out, because we are going to be racing in the sun. I think chip draws at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, so they're not going to wait till way late to do it. So the conditions will be a little bit different between Saturday and Friday, but we're going to test, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to make some changes to the car, get it ready for backside. If y'all never been to backside 710, it's really fast. We've been down there testing a few times this year. When we first got the car, was pretty unsuccessful. Had some issues. So now I think we're going to be getting a little bit closer, though, hopefully. Let me show you what we're doing. Comment, like, and subscribe. If y'all want to support the channel, go to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some hats and T-shirts. And if you've not already subscribed, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's free. And you get to follow up with the race car, turbocharged, big block Chevrolet. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so here we are. So the front side of the motor, we don't really have to do a lot. We do need to pull this valve cover off. I am hearing a little bit of valve train noise in here. Hopefully we just got a rocker that needs to be adjusted. I really need to get some shaft rockers. We've got these stud mounts, and, they're just not, stud mount rockers are just not the best. And we are spinning 8,000 RPM. So I don't know, I don't know how long that's going to last. So that's coming out at some point. Check this out, guys. This is 15 by 14 beadlock McFab. This is the wheel that we had on the old car when we crashed. So if you notice, it sticks out. Back spacing on these wheels is 3.5, and it fits really tight up in there. I am gonna have to roll this fender lip here to make this fit, but it is going to actually fit when we roll this fender. This one over here is the one we just took off, so I got to take these. These are going on there now because I don't have the matching one to these. So Houston with KOTV, y'all know Houston Payton. Go check out his YouTube channel if you've not already done so. He's a dealer for Kaiser wheels, and so Houston is getting me in a set of Kaisers, but it's just going to be a little while before I can do that because I've got to kind of prioritize where my money's going. So, and the biggest thing is rocker arms. Rocker arms is going to be my biggest cost. And you can see the difference in the offset. See how that one is tucked up under there? Now, granted, that looks good, but it is tucked. It is really tucked under there versus this one over here. That one right there feels the wheel well out nicely. So I'm digging both of them. This one is a 4.5-inch offset, and this one over here is a 3.5, like I was saying. So this is amazing. And man, this reflection on this car is just crazy. It is insane. It's a little bit dusty, a little bit dirty. I can't really see that with my naked eye. But Randy, RJ Motorsports down in Wilmington, if y'all need a car painted, if y'all want some show quality paint, they are the people. Man, it's just insane. Look at that. That reflection is just wow. And that's straight out of the gun. So all we gotta do, we're gonna change the tires. I also got me a new parachute. This is the first parachute I ever bought. That's not the actual first bag, but that's just the deployment bag. This is a Stroud parachute. Don't have a Stroud bag because my bag got messed up. This is one that Randy had. You know, this one barely fits. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a Stroud bag at some point too, just cause it fits a little bit better. This is our homemade air launcher. It was a regular launcher and we made all this stuff, the backing plate, and then put this on it. So all that is homemade here. But instead of a black parachute, I went ahead and got me an orange one. So orange parachute for the win, just because I wanted orange and I wanted it to be a little bit brighter when you can see me in the shutdown. That black just blends right in. So this parachute still works good, but it's starting to fray up a little bit on the inside. We don't want a parachute failure. I mean, we want to be able to stop when we want it to stop. So, you know, that's a good thing. Notice we got our drag wire solution sticker on the back. That's awesome. Circle D sticker on the back. Showed y'all a little bit in the last video. The Circle D converter did come. So we got that thing here. We just are not going to install it for this weekend, just because we don't have the time to test with it properly. I mean, we get the Friday test and a little bit on Saturday, but it's probably going to take, for that type of surface, it's probably going to take me a few more passes than 1 or 2 outings to get it dialed in. That Circle D converter, I'm really excited. Really appreciate them coming on board and getting us hooked up. That converter is 264 millimeters, and I think it's going to lock up really good. We got our TRS Jeff Thomas struts on the front. We're probably going to take those limiters off, tie them bad boys up. These are my homemade limiters. See, we had our full travel there, but when you actually go full travel, that's when the strut is full travel, that limiter will not connect because it's not quite long enough. So that is max of the limiter, but we're gonna go ahead and take it up, and then we're gonna be good to go. Okay, guys, well, let's do that real quick. And there's another view of the tire with it tucked up in there with the 4.5, and that looks good, don't get me wrong, but man, over here, what do y'all like? Which one do y'all like better? The one tucked all the way under, or the one that just feels the wheel well really good? Both of them are 14 inches wide. It's crazy how good that looks to me. I mean, that right there looks just amazing. But okay, let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll jump on in a second. I'll let you know if we have any issues or if we run into any problems. Hang on. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you something too. If y'all watched the last video, when we mounted these tires, these have got tubes in them. And what we did is, I was talking a little bit how air gets trapped in between the tube and the actual tire itself, and it blows out. But watch this. So now I'm gonna just take the air. This thing screws out. This is a Mickey Thompson tube, and this is just the way these are done. It's got that little thing there, but watch what happens to the tire when it comes. So remember, there's air. Now there's no air, but look at that. That 100% is wild, and now it's actually sucking this in. I can feel it sucking. Look at this. The tube deflating now collapses the tire. until you take this off and push it in. You got to get air back in, and then this slowly comes back out. Isn't that wild? That is wild. First time that ever happened to me, I thought it was pretty cool. So I thought I would share it with you. All right, guys, I want to show you something real quick, too. I am changing to the Hoosier tires. Now, these are the ones we just put on that track the other day. And these are the 28x10 stiffs. They have non-W, and they have tubes in them. And then this is a regular Hoosier CO7. So this Mickey Thompson one is pretty good. The compound on this one is a little stiffer, but one of the biggest things, you can kind of see the Mickey Thompson, how it has a definitive like bow, and that's not from the tube, that's the tire itself, versus the Hoosier does not really do that as much. The sidewall on that Hoosier CO7 is much stiffer than this Mickey Thompson tire. From what I have seen, from what I have done, is this Mickey Thompson tire generally works best on the front side where there's a good rubber base, and the Hoosier works better where there's not as much rubber. Now, Hoosier has come out with a new tire, a couple of new tires. They've had a DO6, which is a super, super soft here and super soft sidewall. It's kind of similar to this, and I didn't really like it as much. But now they have a DO5, which is a softer compound here, but a stiff carcass, a stiff sidewall, like the CO7. And a lot of people are having good luck with that, especially on like a real rough surface. Mickey Thompson also has a low prep radial slick now, and I really have not tried that, so I can't really speak on it. I don't know. I hadn't done any research on it to see exactly what it is, but I imagine it's got a stiffer sidewall versus that slick, and it may have a softer compound as well. I don't know, but we are switching to the Hoosiers just because, from what I've seen, the Hoosiers on a surface that does not have as much rubber is generally better. Now, dig or die at Backside 710, first time we ever went there, we were on a Pro bracket radial from Hoosier, and we done really well. So, but we're gonna put the Hoosiers on it. Okay, let's stick these on real quick. And that's why I just want to give you a quick side-by-side comparison of these two. Just taking a look at them. It's crazy looking at the sidewall, and even like the deflection like of the sidewall. Like this is, man, that is hard. You can't hardly move that. It's probably, honestly, it's probably as hard as the Pro bracket radial over there. But the difference is the compound here is softer, I assume. I don't know. But I'm gonna be on the Hoosiers this weekend at Dig or Die. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's going to do it for tonight. We're getting stacked up with some tires over here. It's like any racer, I guess. You get tires after tires after tires. But some of these, I got some W's down there I probably won't ever use again. I need to sell those. Got a set of Hoosiers and Mickey Thompsons. If anybody local needs any tires, hit me up, let me know, and I can take them to Dig or Die. So, tires are expensive now. So, like $250 a set. They're about half tread, so Hoosiers, Mickey Thompsons, or 28 W's. Let me know what you want. So I guess we're done for tonight. I ended up not taking this valve cover off yet. I'll do that tomorrow night, and hopefully we don't see anything. So if y'all don't see another video with the valve cover stuff, you know everything was fine under there. We just needed some adjustments. Hopefully we're going to get some shaft rocker arms soon. We had T&Ds on the old car, and they work phenomenal. That race car stuff is over there, and you know, I had really good luck out of them, so it's good to go. All right, guys. Well, I guess we are done for tonight. We will, I don't know if I'll get another video before we head to 710 or not. So if not, hopefully you're coming to 710. If you're not coming to 710, stay tuned, and we'll have some videos out over the weekend from what happens Friday and Saturday. Appreciate it, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all.